Welcome back. All right, so I want to talk about AEW first off today, and I'm gonna compare it to WWE, and I know there's people waiting for a concert review that is coming later today as well. So the problem with AEW, and I think last night apparently Sammy Guevara having a fight with Andrade El Idolo really shows they have a problem. Now this isn't Guevara's first reported encounter. Eddie Kingston had a problem with him. Kingston got suspended. There's too much of this. This shouldn't happen. There needs to be a code of conduct. And I would imagine there is one, but what is it? So, in any other job, if you insult your fellow employee, if you insult a fellow employee of the company publicly, there's some repercussions, and there should be in AEW as well. If a wrestler doesn't like another wrestler, that's fine. It's whatever. And this isn't new. The difference is in WWE, it feels like that's more controlled than it is in AEW. It's not like there's guys in WWE who can't stand each other, because there are plenty of guys who can't stand each other in WWE because they're wrestlers. Of course there are. It's just standard. So there's something causing these fights in AEW that are a lot more prominent than in WWE. When we hear about something out of WWE, it's never quite as dramatic as this. There are definitely instances that have been like this, like you look at the screw job, but how many years ago was that? How much have things changed since then? And in this day of social media, you would think that Tony Khan and AEW being the upstart, being viewed as the younger company, whether that's true or not, should have more of a view of, okay, social media is important, so you guys have to knock this off. And I would hope that happens. I am fine with the in-character kind of thing that you'll see, like Bailey. Bailey from WWE. She'll say things on social media. You know she's in character. You know that she's not serious. You know she's really friends with these people in most cases, and it's not a big deal. If there's a real problem, we know because they don't talk about it on social media. And we've heard about problems, whether it's Alexa Bliss. Was Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks? Obviously, you have Becky Lynch and Charlotte, who reportedly have had issues with one another over the last couple of years. Hi, Kitty. How are you? So, having these problems, I don't think means that they have to come out publicly on social media, and they don't. They generally don't in WWE. So, there clearly is something that's causing wrestlers to feel like they can act this way in AEW that they can't in WWE. And that's a problem. That's a problem both publicly. See, this cat's even judging. There's a problem. But it's a problem with WWE in the past. But even with WWE in the past, they had this weird court thing. An Undertaker would be the judge. I mean, you can't get away with that now either, right? So you couldn't get away with a system where the wrestlers are policing themselves backstage, which I think worked. I think it was just, yeah, so we'll just bring in Taker. Hi, she wants my attention, but she doesn't want me to carry her. But yeah, so are you good, sweetie? You good? Okay. She doesn't like hats either, so hopefully she doesn't attack my hat. But yeah, so I think Tony Khan's got to fix this, and I don't know how you fix it, because clearly the inmates are in charge of the asylum and have been for 3 years. I love AEW's program. I think they do a really good job. I think that their booking could use some improvement in places, sure, but I think generally they're a very entertaining wrestling product. They're doing well in the ratings since the whole CM Punk thing took place, right? So they have to strike on that. The problem is that because of Andrade getting sent home, it messes up feuds that were in the offing. But again, if more than one wrestler's had a problem with Sammy, and especially in both cases they're veterans of the ring, maybe it's Sammy that needs to get pulled aside. And again, I say this as a complete outsider, but it feels like something needs to change with AEW. And if wrestlers don't like each other, that's fine. But it should never be in social media. Isn't that right, Maple? It should never be in social media. Cats hate being held as babies unless you hold them that way since they're kittens. And then they don't care. Isn't that right? Because you'll hear that on the internet. I always watch internet videos on how to handle cats because I find them hilarious. Because it's usually from people like, all right, all cats are like this. Well, all wrestlers are like this too, right? I'm trying to find a way to segue it in, and it's not working, and I apologize. But Yeah, I think AEW needs a code of conduct. They need to have another meeting with the wrestlers, and okay, that's it now. No more of this. So when you write up that tweet where you want to get mad, don't. If you're writing up this tweet because you want to tell off your opponent from last night, don't. If you're ticked off because of your spot on the lineup and that you're not getting on TV, don't. And so that's what they're going to have to do. And again, WWE has had these kinds of policies for a long time. And I say that because we don't see it very much on social media. Usually, if a wrestler comes out and complains about their booking in WWE, it will come out shortly thereafter that they want their release. So something's got to change with AEW, and hopefully it changes soon. Because it is affecting the product. They are lucky that they have some very good, very strong wrestlers who are excellent on the mic and excellent in the ring. But there's a limit to that, and then there's the problem of if there's this perception that the company's not run very well, it might be harder to attract new wrestlers to the company. What are you doing? See, you're causing trouble down there, and you're hitting the stand for the camera and the computer, and you're just all out of sorts. There's a cat tree over there, you know. I'm trying to do a video talking. This is very serious stuff. This is wrestling on the internet. Do you understand how serious this is? I don't think she cares. Anyways, I'd be interested to know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. She does put her paws on my face regularly, don't you, kitty? But she's probably like the rest of the internet. I wish this guy would just be quiet. I know, exactly. So, yeah. Let me know your thoughts. Do hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. From me and from Maple, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.